Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
Hello everybody, it's episode 19 of Husband and Wife Sentenced to Life, Houstel, #Houstel. With me, Simon, with Laura over there.
Hello.
Bit weird today because I've just come home from work, just come home from the radio. We've not spoke. I said, let's just get in there, not talk, hit record and let's just go for it.
Okay.
I do want to point out that we tried to record one on Saturday, but I had a wobbler. I had a strop. I spit dummy out because it was my last day after a week off.
Yep, you had the blues, the back
big
to
time
work,
blues.
back to work blues.
So things that I would normally talk about in a fun fashion on the podcast.
God, it kicked off.
It did. I've still got the recording.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to post it so people can hear it.
No.
Well, I'd come off worse, obviously.
I know that.
Then I stomped off upstairs and laid on the bed for an hour listening to good podcasts. And then you came in.
I didn't want to come upstairs.
Well, it's weird because when you do that, I think you always do want to. I think, are you coming in?
No, because I think whoever comes up
is
bowing
down.
Yeah, and I didn't want to come upstairs.
Yeah, you didn't, because then I apologised.
No, but I had to get something. I don't know if I had to get one of the bandages for Leo or something like that. I can't remember. I had to come up. And I was like really mad at myself that I was having to come in the room. But yeah, you did.
So I apologised, and then we said we hated each other but loved each other. All's good and well, isn't it?
You kept trying to pull me back in.
It's hot today.
You smell not sweaty.
Oh my God.
No, not sweaty.
What do I smell like?
Like, you know when the dog's gone outside?
Oh no, because that's an horrible smell.
No, it's not a horrible smell. It's like...
What a thing to start the podcast with.
No, you know your car? It
smells like the car. Well, I need an air freshener in the car.
No, but your car smells like a new car.
Yeah.
That's
so you're saying I smell like a new car and not fusty?
Yeah. Because
when the dog comes in...
You never smell of sweat.
Well, that's nice. I'm good. I'll edit to there, shall I? Rather than the first bit you said. So, yeah, we had a week off, which was, for the most part, lovely. Played a lot of board games with the kids. Did we go out? We went to an escape room that cost a lot of money. Escaped from my wallet to get into that. But it was a 2-hour escape room, baby. 2 hours.
2 hours. We needed the full 2 hours too.
We did it in a minute 56. An hour 56. A minute 56. I wanted my bloody money back. No, and it was great.
Yeah, it was.
Really enjoyable. We were going through fireplaces. There was a hole under a bed we had to drop down.
Yeah,
it was quite a scary, freaky,
yeah.
And the kids loved it as well. So that was good. But it did cost, in English money, 160 quid, which is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. We taught Betsy Pearl to play some card games, our youngest, and she loved it, didn't she?
Yes.
Little card shark.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play cards for so long.
Well, you are always wanting to play board games, and the thing is, we have our dinner, then we sit down and automatically the telly goes on and the kids get on the phones, and that moment's lost. But we got into it.
I am forcing them to play games.
It's good. You're doing it right, because you're putting a different pile of games on the dining table every night.
Yeah.
And we just sit and do it. Get some snacks out.
And we
You're
do.
good
We have
snacks.
a full cupboard full of games, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Expensive. The Olympics have started.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating though because the timings
are weird because it's in Tokyo.
Keep missing the best bits.
So they're kind of on from 3 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
I'm tending to see it on Watch Again, sort of clips on Twitter and stuff like that. So the excitement of seeing things happen live.
Yeah.
You know, like I came home yesterday. They called it Magic Monday yesterday. Between you and our daughters, you told me every gold medal, and then I got to watch them all. It's like somebody saying the end of a film just as you're walking into the cinema.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, well...
I feel sad for the Olympians that there's not as much audience, but it's one of them things, the Olympics. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that nobody's watching it. You know, there's a lot of negativity about it on Twitter and socials.
It's one of my favourite things of all time, the Olympics.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, it does have a different atmosphere this year. You know, like I even feel like the athletes themselves are not performing, some of them, as well as they would normally. Like,
well, the audience gives you a boost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here's something that I've been sitting on for a couple of weeks and not wanting to tell you about, and I'm hoping you've not heard about it. So Dubai is hosting Expo 2020,
Yep.
which is huge. Should have happened last year. I don't know what an Expo is really. It's but it's loads of pavilions. Every country gets its own pavilion. I mean, what is it? Is it going to be like a theme park?
Well,
What's
I
it
don't know,
gonna
because
be?
you can already go and walk around and people
Yeah.
are saying it's great.
I mean, from what I've seen, I think it's like futuristic, innit?
Yeah.
They show things off from the future. Things like tomato ketchup was launched at an Expo. The Ford Mustang, which I drive, was launched at an Expo.
Okay, yes.
I think the Eiffel Tower was built for Expo.
Yeah, but how more futuristic can we get?
Well, there's going to be a pavilion down there that I think you're going to be very interested in. Because I thought it was just countries. The United Kingdom gets a pavilion. America
Right.
gets a pavilion. France,
Go on, you're getting me excited now.
they all get them. There is going to be a crisps pavilion at Expo 2020. How do you feel about that?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Because you led from the Olympics, and I thought it was going to be something to do with the Olympics. I was so excited then.
What would be more exciting from the Olympics than a crisp pavilion?
So what is it, like new flavours, new...
It's Lay's. They're a crisp manufacturer, of course. One of the, I think they're the American. They're one of the
That's
biggies.
my maiden name.
You were, yeah. So it's one brand, which I'm a bit sceptical of because obviously I like a variety of brands of crisps.
Well, it's the equivalent of, I would say, the Walkers at home. Have you already just said that?
Yeah, well, it's like the American Walkers, isn't it? I think. I'm saying this from a totally uneducated point of view.
Are they American, are they?
I thought they were, yeah.
Oh, I thought they were a Middle Eastern brand, no?
No, I think they're bigger than big company worldwide.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. Look, none of this might be factually correct. We're just clutching at straws here. I think I'm going to be working now. I'm going to be broadcasting from Expo.
Okay.
It's part of my day job. And I just want to say to all other crisp manufacturers, I am not being biased by going to the Lay's Crisp Pavilion, but I will be checking it out.
Yeah, well, I'm
Because
interested.
Lay's to me seem to be pretty standard crisp. Lay's are like Walkers, aren't they?
Yeah, it's your ready salted.
You're not getting your crinkles. You're
Oh,
not,
no,
you're
I
not
think-
getting your
I think they might-
Doritos.
they
are
might
they?
have.
Have they branched out?
I think they have. I think they might have the posh.
What if
Go on.
they're launching like futuristic crisp brands flavours?
Maybe like like at Christmas time you get turkey and stuffing flavour.
Love that.
Which maybe. But do you know what? They've not even got prawn cocktail. Like,
Lay's.
yeah, there's no beef flavour, no prawn cocktail.
I think that's a country to country thing.
Right.
Because you go to some places, some of the Asian countries, the flavours of things. I mean, is it China where they just go mental on Kit Kats? They make
Yeah.
Kit Kats out of paint. So that's just a bit of crisp news for you because I know we do touch on evening crisps,
Some
posh
people have
crisps,
actually
day crisps.
had a go at us actually
About what?
because we've made them eat crisps.
What, like people putting weight on from eating crisps?
Well, they're saying that the families are like, can we have evening crisps? So they,
That's good though, isn't it?
oh yeah,
We've been, when we've had as games nights, the bowls of crisps have been coming out. What I find with our family is if you pour a bowl of crisps out that's a popular one with the family, by the time you've took the remnants in the kitchen,
Yeah.
you can come back in and that bowl's empty.
Oh.
And I'm talking about a decent,
games night. It went
yeah.
literally like,
Quick.
yep.
I like a private bag, even a family bag I like to keep
Well,
private.
I noticed you bought the ones that you like yesterday.
Yesterday?
from M&S. Yep.
When I did the pop into the shops that I think you were supposed to be doing,
Well, I wouldn't have gone to M&S.
what did I get? I got the crinkle cut salt and vinegar M&S, which are good crisps.
Yeah, and you got barbecue flavour, which
Which aren't for me. Smoky BBQ flavour, they're for everybody else because I'm not a big fan of tangy crisps. They better not have been opened, by the way.
No. I mean, I'll eat either, but I reckon because salt and vinegar is my favourite flavour, but I'm not actually that bothered about those ones. I think I like the barbecue.
Let's move on from crisp chat
Okay,
because
yeah.
we've done a good solid 5 on crisps. Again, we've not even touched on farting yet. No, I'm only joking. Later. Bit of science for you. We are currently still keeping an eye on the situation to fly home to get Leo to university. I don't want to go on about it. It's getting close now. We're going to be travelling, I would say, in about a month and a half, if not sooner.
Less, yeah.
And so we're now starting to watch the situation.
Yep.
We've looked at Malta. We've looked at Ireland. Now there's been an announcement yesterday that start of August, this podcast might be out at the start of August, but at the start of August, British government is going to make an announcement about expat Brits being able to get back into the country if they're double vaccinated. We're not 100% sure on it yet.
But I've seen that it says, but you need to be registered with a British GP, which
Okay.
is stupid.
It's tricky, but
We'll see.
we're
Yeah.
going to find out what happens with that. No doubt we'll talk about it. So I've got some science about this.
Okay.
Now, you and I have both had bad COVID.
Yep.
I know there's people who've died from it, so we've not had the worst COVID, but we had bad COVID. Hospitalised,
Yeah.
the lot.
You were worse than me, but I've probably had...
You've had longer COVID, though.
Yeah.
I got long COVID, but it seems to be fading. Still a couple of symptoms, but you've
Yeah.
maintained the long COVID symptoms. Well, get this.
Go on.
If you've had COVID badly,
Yep.
scientists have done research on 80,000 people last year, over a year.
Okay.
Right? And they say that your IQ can drop by 7 points. Now, you only mentioned brain fog. Yesterday evening you were saying about brain fog?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're saying...
It's definitely a symptom, and I think that's probably one of the most common, and so I can believe it.
Yeah.
It's names of people.
No, I'm awful with that anyway.
No, you're bad with that, but I don't feel like I'm bad with that. But there's people that I know really, really well, and I'll stand there and I think, what's their name? What is their name?
Now, here's a weird thing, and you got mad at me about this the other day. I've got recall on United Nations leaders from the 1970s, but I can't remember somebody who introduces himself to me at a party 5 minutes after they've said it.
I know.
But yet my mindless trivia, if there was a degree in mindless trivia, I'd be like Stephen Fry.
Yeah, save it, because it might be one of my whinges later on.
Really?
Yeah.
That I've got good trivia?
Yeah, it might be.
Now, get your bell, because I'm going to do you a list, because we've been promising to do this list.
Oh, is this the list?
It's 20 things that millennials think make you old. So millennials are our kids up to 30-year-old, I would say, roughly. Teenagers to 30-year-olds, maybe a little bit older now. So here's the things. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. Give me a ding if you do them.
Okay.
Eating dairy. So that makes you old, eating dairy.
But
we have pulled back on a lot of it.
Very limited, because I think, like we said before, we're kind of in between veggie and vegan.
Using a sat-nav. Well, I don't know if that means an actual sat-nav, you know, like not your phone. But I don't understand. There's no descriptions on these, but we definitely do that.
I have the worst direction.
Not having pronouns on your social media biographies. Now, you know what this is? Mine would be Simon, brackets, he/him.
Yeah.
And your pronouns, I'm saying, without offending you, because we've not talked about it, would be she, her.
Yeah.
Yeah? I didn't get the memo that we had to put it on. I've seen a lot of people do it, and I don't understand why.
Oh, right.
Because of them, they, you know, non-binary and all these sort of things and genders. I've not been privy to the discussion.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, and it's obviously a thing if it's made this list. I didn't realise it was something we had to point out, and I'm not saying it...
No, but then perhaps if you don't put it, should we not assume if you're a Simon and you've not specified that you want to be something else, that you're happy with being him?
If our daughter Honey was in this room right now, she'd probably be having a go at you for assuming, because she does have a go for assuming, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, look, I'm going to skip on from it, but do I get a ding not having pronouns on your biographies on socials?
Oh, not having, yeah.
Yeah. Dating in real life.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to say ding that, Laura, because we did, and you would. Or do you think if we split up, would you go onto the apps?
No, I don't think I would.
Tinder and that?
Although I know people that have, that are my age.
What do you think? You don't need the app? Do you think you still got it?
Oh, that's not what I meant.
What did you mean then?
No, I mean, well, I don't even know if I'd bother looking, to be honest. But, well, who knows? Who knows?
Who knows what the future holds?
If, you know, on a lonely night.
Yeah. Next one, using a camera. You did hold on for a while. You don't anymore, do you? You're on phone now.
No, but we do have...
We've got some good cameras.
Yeah, but they're more for filming, I guess.
Yeah, but so you don't use a camera, so I'm not going to give you that one. Wearing skinny jeans. You say you do wear skinny jeans. You've got skinny legs, you could pull it off. So I don't know if skinny jeans are no longer in fashion. I hate skinny jeans.
See, it took me a long time to get into them because I wasn't... I've always worn...
The thing is, they look good on you. When you see a guy like me wearing skinny jeans, fat bloke in skinny jeans looks like a chicken.
And the fashion of the skinny with the half the ankle, you know, like...
Oh, like pedal pushers.
Yeah, but like men wearing them. And that seems to be the real fashion thing at the minute.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, give yourself a ding just for hating it is probably talking on the phone.
Oh, I hate it.
So don't give yourself a ding. No, I'm not giving you. You're a hipster. You're modern. Going to church.
Never.
No. Reading books.
I read on my phone, so that doesn't count, does it?
Doesn't count. You don't read physical books.
But again, you made me get into that because I like books.
Yeah, no, I do, but it's nice. The phone's great, isn't it?
It's convenient, yeah.
Yeah. Still being on Facebook.
I am, yeah.
See, I'm off it. So you get the ding and I don't get the ding.
And do you know
I'm
what?
younger than you in Facebook terms.
I hate it, but as a mum, there's things that are quite useful.
This thing we're talking about with the travel restrictions, it seems to be... It's good for news. It's good for keeping up with stuff like that. Watching actual TV.
Yes.
Get one of them.
Love a bit of TV.
So we're into the top 10 now. Voting leave. Now that's the Brexit because this list came out in Britain.
Would I have voted?
Yeah.
No.
So so you don't get a ding on that one. Ringing for a taxi instead of using an app.
Oh, no.
No ding there.
No.
We're trendy. I think we're trendy, aren't we? Describing a tune as banging.
Banging.
See, I do.
Do you?
But I do it ironically, but it's funny. It's funny to hear a Yorkshire dad, nearly 50, saying banging on radio. So I do it on radio.
I mean,
So I'd have got a ding, but you don't.
After a brunch or something like that, I'm the one that's sticking on these tunes and raving in the car.
And banging. Coming up to the top 5 now. Smoking.
Nope.
No ding for you there. Writing lists with a pen and paper. Big lister, aren't you?
Oh, and then I have to redo the list when it gets a bit messy and I've crossed too many off.
Yeah, especially when it's a big list.
Oh.
Having posh cutlery for special occasions. We've got gold Christmas cutlery, haven't we?
And it's so nice.
I said I wanted to use it, but I'm like, no, because then we wouldn't have special.
The other thing? We've got like 12-piece cutlery in the normal cutlery. We have 1 teaspoon.
Where did it... Well, we've had this conversation before.
You're going to blame the kids, but...
Well, Leo throws cutlery away when he's cooking.
He can't have thrown 11 teaspoons away. Like, it's so annoying.
No, he can have.
Teaspoons.
He can have. That's like when you go to the cupboard for a glass and you say, well, he can't have 8 glasses in his bedroom. But you go up and remarkably, he's got 8+ glasses in his bedroom.
Do you know where else I think they go? In yoghurts. When you throw the yoghurt away.
Well, that's something I'd never do. Top 3. At number 3, getting bills through the post.
No.
Don't do that, do we?
No.
You don't deal with bills, so it's all on me. Putting a hanky up your sleeve.
No. I don't even put tissues up my sleeve.
Although...
I do have a pack of pocket tissues in my handbag.
Well, I have them in my car, but that's because I have nosebleeds. You have got a handkerchief that's your dad's.
Yes.
And I've got to be honest, I find it, even if you'd bleached it and it was the cleanest thing in the world, it makes me want to vomit every time I see it. Nothing to do with your dad. It could be my dad's, it could be my mum's, it could be anybody's.
It's funny, but Betsy now uses it. She finds it really comforting. So
that's nice because it's like a blanket.
She puts Vic when she's got a cold. She puts Vicks on it.
That's cool. It's become a thing.
Yes, it's washed.
But it makes me want to vomit. No, some things in life I'm picky about.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things. When I was a kid, it's nanans, and it's grandmas who get the thing out from under there.
Yeah.
When a nanan gets the tissue out from the wrist, it's terrifying. I'm thinking she's blown her bloody nose on it. What the are you doing? Wiping my face with your snot. And it's not a handkerchief. It's a balled up bit of tissue.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
You could guarantee they'd have that and a boiled sweet in their bag.
I'm glad they're dead. Oh, I'm only joking. I miss them like crazy. The number one thing that millennials think make you seem old, using cash. Now, I was a very early adopter of Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And online banking, actually. I got on online banking a long time ago. I don't even know if your Apple Pay is working. I keep saying to you, please get it set up on your phone. It's
funny because I use the tap with the card. Now, I watched you the other day. You didn't know what you were meant to do.
With what?
The card. You were like, oh, what do I do here? Because you always use Apple Pay. So you didn't actually know what to do with the card.
Because you used to put them in the machine, didn't you, and put your pin in?
Yeah, well, that's gone.
It's just a tap now. But the tap in Britain only allows you a certain amount of money.
It does here. It goes up to 500 dirhams here.
But I never spend less than 500 do. If I'm tapping, I'm spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Tapping on a car, tapping on clothes. No, I don't know. So there you go. That's your list.
Okay.
Decent. I think you got about 9. So
does that mean we're quite cool parents?
I got less.
Oh, did you?
I think we do all right.
Yeah.
But I think... there's the noise again. I feel sorry for our kids because I think when you're parents, you're supposed to be old and fuddy-duddy. Like my dad and mum didn't know how to work a video, didn't work computers.
Yeah.
So when I was young, it was like, I'm the new generation oldies. Now I'm particularly tech savvy, so there isn't much that the kids know that we don't.
and we put on gigs at nightclubs and bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Which
And we're on social. I mean, I think I'm on social media more than the kids.
yeah, and I think Honey quite likes it. Like when we did a gig at their school.
Yeah.
Which
Honey likes it. She's 16. Leo has hated it.
yeah.
I would say all through his teens. He hates having parents who are, you know.
Yeah.
But then the difference between them is, as an example, we've let them both have pool parties at home recently, just for a couple of their friends, because
Yeah.
they've both finished school. When Honey did hers, she wanted full-on Hawaiian theme. We had inflatable palm trees and real palm trees, and made it a full theme. Everyone came in Hawaiian clothes. Leo said he didn't want a theme
Yeah.
and kind of missed out as a result, I think.
Yeah, and then the following week, one of his friends said having a party with a Hawaiian theme because they
Yeah.
nicked it from ours.
Uh-huh. Leo's theme at parties is I'm going to have 2 drinks and vomit.
Wife's whinge.
The bathroom, it's in a big mess. There was wee left in the toilet, and there was bits on the floor.
No. I'm not, right, first of all, I went into the bathroom this morning. Did you go in the middle at night?
The pink.
Well,
It's not-
pink, burgundy. Were you drinking red wine?
It looked no. I thought. I bet you think
very red.
I bet you thought that was blood in the toilet. Which
Well,
is-
what was it?
I'd put one of because of the wee that had been left in the toilet. The bathroom.
Right, that's Betsy Pearl. That's our daughter. It's not me. I flush every single time.
well.
I'm not one of these guys who, if it's mellow, yell it mellow or whatever they're saying is.
I've noticed sometimes when I get up in the mornings, it's
That's not me. That's our daughter uses the ensuite.
well, unless she's got up in the middle of the night.
I never. It's not me. No, because I take responsibility for so many gross things, but that's not me.
The pink thing was, Lush. You get them like not bath bombs, but like.
I hope you're not putting bath bombs in toilet.
Well, it was one of them. I like broke a little bit off because I thought it would sizzle and
I know, but you know what it did is it looked like blood because it settled on the bottom.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking, well, that's heavy.
yeah, I know.
Bloody disgusting. But the bathroom, I went in yesterday and I'd bought some new joggers. And the what colour are they? They're like a
Dark bluey.
dark bluey colour.
Yeah.
You know when you put new joggers on, especially if your legs get hot,
Yes.
the fluff inside them on first wear. So what I'd done is I'd come in and I'd rushed into the bathroom. You know when you do that thing where you just strip off because you're hot?
Yeah.
And I'd yanked the bottoms off and they'd gone inside out as I took them off. And I noticed it's snow. There was a bit of fluff snow.
Ah, right. Okay. You just left it though.
But then I looked at the bathroom floor. I don't know what's been going on in our bathroom because... Have you cleaned the bathroom floor since this morning?
No.
We will go up after this because when I went and
There was a
did
little
my
bit of
ablutions,
paper. I picked it up.
There's that bit of paper, but in front of that,
Yeah.
it looked like Leo Sayer had shaved his head. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh no. I
Do you know when you dust on the car? I feel like I could lean down and phone and write my name.
in hair.
Yeah.
No, right.
Well, where's that from? It's not from you.
It's because I've been like putting oil and stuff in my hair this week, so I've been like
Yeah.
brushing it through. So I told you,
Yeah, but these are little short hairs.
This
Are
is
they,
what
are they your little Yorkshire Terrier hairs, your
short
grey
hairs
ones? I mean, you're not grey ones. You're obviously naturally dark hair ones.
Sure.
I'll show you when we get up there. But look, I thought to myself this morning, I'm not going to bring the Hoover upstairs and start hoovering while you are in bed. But I thought when I get home today,
Yeah.
I'm taking the Hoover upstairs and I'm moving that bathroom because it's disgusting. It looks like a boy's
It is.
dorm bed.
It is.
I'm sorry, I'm not falling on the sword for that one today.
You just admitted it with the trousers.
Oh, the trousers bit's my bit of fluff's all right though.
And I don't think Betsy was the P either.
It's not me.
Husband's hump.
Well, we said at the start that we've been playing a lot of board games.
Yeah.
And we had family friends round.
Yeah.
Friends of ours, their son is going to the same uni as our son. They're going to be jetting off soon.
Yeah.
They're leaving a bit earlier than us. They've got a daughter already at uni back in the UK, so they're going back for a little while.
Yeah.
And so we had them round. Their family came round. We cooked way too much food, but we cooked some massive Italian, all manner of different pastas and all sorts. And we had a lovely meal. It felt a bit Christmassy. We all sat around a
Yeah.
big table. Absolutely lovely. And then after, we introduced them to the Smedley board games afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
We played some board games. One of the board games we played was Mr. and Mrs., which
Yeah.
is all banter.
Yeah.
When you're playing, and the kids play it, the kids kind of pair up. So Leo paired up with his friend Liam and Honey paired up. But the mums and dads,
Yeah.
so you're answering questions like the old TV show, Mr. and Mrs. You've got to maintain a balance at these sort of things where you're being amusing. You're
Yeah.
making everybody around the table laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not just saying me. I mean, we're all doing that. You're trying to give funny answers about your partner while staying in the parameters of not getting your ass kicked after the families have gone home.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest here. I think our friends, the husband half of the friends, did some very dangerous answers. And I thought he might be in trouble in the car. But I think I stayed pretty, above board. I kept saying some of them I said you were beautiful.
It's funny that you've saved this.
I compared you to Snow White when I could have compared it. I don't know what the options
Dumbo.
were. Dumbo or Snow White. And I said Snow White. And we both know the truth. It's the COVID with your IQ test, isn't it?
Shut up.
Anyway, then they went and you rounded on me.
I didn't round on you. You
kind of did.
No, I said
you didn't go as
you knew at which point you'd upset me.
I still don't know now. Tell me now.
It wasn't in Mr. and Mrs. It was in one of the other games. And you kept...
Oh, I remember now.
You kept saying that I was spoiled and that I'm like an only child.
Because you kind of...
And I'm not.
Didn't have a rich upbringing or anything like that, but I kind of feel like you had a bit of a privileged upbringing compared to me.
Yeah, but that doesn't make me
I was spoiled.
I think because your example was, your mum took you to London to auditions and...
I didn't say because I was pretending to be you. Mummy took me to all the plays and all the concerts and all the...
Yeah, but that's...
But that's, again, it was banter.
No, but it wasn't the way you said it. And then I was like...
it was. Because I struck a nerve, perhaps.
No, because I felt like, well, our youngest does perform in arts. She gets to do that. Honey...
Our kids are spoiled rotten.
She gets to go... I take her to gigs. Leo gets camera equipment or whatever.
Spoiled rotten.
But I don't think... They're not spoiled kids, as in they're not... they're very...
Oh, they are.
No, they're not. They're not.
I consider that being spoiled.
No, there's a difference between spoiling them and them being spoiled kids.
I think if I put a picture on of what our floor looks like on Christmas morning, people would be like, your kids are spoiled.
Yeah, but then they don't behave like spoiled kids. That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't, actually. Because we've made sure that they don't.
I lived in an area where, like I told you, that most of my friends lived in much richer areas.
Yeah.
And I was always the one where my mum had to drive me to them. So I always felt like I wasn't the rich kid. I definitely wasn't the rich kid.
Just remember the original thing here was it was all banter.
Yeah, but
during the board games.
You kept on, and I said to you, no, that's not right. And you going, yeah, you are. You're really spoiled. And you kept saying it like that, and it really hurt me. And then,
I think
I'm not.
But it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, but I'm not spoiled. I accept that I was really lucky in that I think both my parents and my grandparents took me to the theatre and concerts and days out to London and stuff like that. But I think that I was really lucky that I had family that did that.
Yeah.
But just because you didn't have that doesn't make me spoiled.
Makes you more spoiled than me.
No, it doesn't. Shush.
So you would think Richie was playing the game with us, the other husband at the table, said his wife had big ears, and he said she'd be better off spending more time in kitchen. Two things
That's banter, though.
Oh, is that banter?
Yeah, that's banter.
No, it's not. I tell you what, it's not banter because it wasn't said to you.
No.
It wouldn't be banter if it was said to you.
There was other bits that you said along this
I had to put up with being fat. There were a thing about being fat. There was
and I didn't go there.
I know, but the thing is, you've got to be... in a game like that, you know what the things are about you, right? When a game like that's played, a comment gets made, and you think... there were a comment who would... I'm paraphrasing here, but who would always be on the bottom side of a seesaw? And everyone's feeling awkward because I'm the heaviest person in the room.
Who's going to be at parallel parking? I put my hand
But that's different.
No.
Because there's driving levels. Anyway, I think there needs to be a blanket thing. If you're going to play games like that, you can't carry it on after. Because you're totally... And I didn't know. So I'm there it's been nice having them around. But now we did
know because
I didn't know.
Because when it came to Mr. and Mrs., that's when you started to be nice to me.
No, off. I didn't. I didn't. I'm always nice to you, but I'm always trying to be honest as well.
Well...
And I think
I don't
when you tell stories, whether you mean to or not, you come across quite spoiled. Spoiled. End of.
Okay.
So if you're not agreeing, I'm going to accept that you don't agree, just like you have to accept that I didn't leave the in the toilet.
Did.
Would you rather?
Okay.
By the way, I don't know if it's sounding like bad, I'm having fun with this.
Good.
Oh, you've gone high. She's gone high. Go on then, would you rather?
Oh, which one? Would you...
I thought it was a great one, by the way, but I'll save it.
Would you rather spend £1,000 on a holiday or £1,000 on an item such as a TV?
So a physical thing or an experience?
Yeah.
It would be the experience.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Now, there's caveats here. Like here, I'd rather have the thing than a theme park, for instance, something I don't like.
Yeah.
Or a thing than a night in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because I don't really, I enjoy it, but...
You'd enjoy a new TV more.
The comparison, let's say it's a watch. Right, I've got a great watch on now that I love. I've got a drawer full of watches. None that are that expensive, really, but I love them.
Yeah.
Now, this watch probably cost a hotel stay, this one. That would have been and gone.
Yeah.
Now, compare that to 3 or 4 days that we spent in Paris.
Yeah.
Or the time we spent in Rome, the 4 or 5 nights we had in Rome. If you said, would you like to buy a brand new MacBook Pro or have another city break like that with the kids?
Yeah.
That's about the same price. I'd take the city break because the memories that were forming there, I'm going to say the experience, I think.
I agree 100%.
Did you expect me to say that?
No, I didn't. I thought you'd go the other way.
But look, there's a guitar I want at the moment.
Yeah.
Right? And my 50th's coming, so I can start dropping some biggies, right? And I actually don't want you to spend on me, but there's a really expensive guitar I want. I never even play me guitars anymore.
Okay, or go for a trip to New York to see...
Paul Simon and Bruce Springsteen.
Which would you rather?
The New York trip, obviously. Because that's, Paul Simon and Springsteen are both getting on. It's in Central Park. It's going to be a one-off gig. It's going to be absolutely tremendous. Please don't buy me that.
No. I was going to say, it's a bit like the thing we were talking about before. I feel like we have had such amazing memories and we've done such amazing trips with the kids. We've given them things. Like we're not rich at all. We don't have a lot of money.
And we don't have savings for the most part because we spend it all on the kids. But
we have created experiences and I would do that all over again.
I hope they've take these memories forward.
Yeah.
And I've got precious memories from being a kid. I didn't do that many holidays as a kid, but the ones I did are precious memories and they tend to be British seaside memories, Scotland.
Oh, but they all mean something, don't they?
When it's the people who were there. So, I kind of think we're in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Readers' wives and husbands.
I'm going to give you some quickies here because the Olympics are on. Mm-hmm. I put it out there and asked people for the lamest prizes they've ever won.
Right, okay.
So have a think about yours. The lamest, look, I'm thinking certificates, medals, awards, anything, yeah? Not the goodies. Now, I can say this because as we sit in this room, above your head, there is a Guinness World Records certificate for the time I broke a world record for the most pegs fastened to one hand. A record that I didn't want to break. So if you're listening to this, I've not trained my whole life to put pegs on my hands. The thing is, nobody'd ever done it before. And I was doing a thing with Guinness World Records and they said, stick some pegs on your hand and you'll break the world record. So I did 56 pegs or something. It says on there. I can't remember how many it is. And then another guy came on with hands like shovels and did about 30 more than me. So I was a record holder for 5 minutes. Right?
Oh, right, okay.
So I'm going to say, even though it's a Guinness World Record certificate, which you won't let me have in the house, which is why it's in the studio, it's pretty lame.
So you're no longer the Guinness World Record holder for it?
I think I am still a Guinness World Record holder in a couple of things because I broke 5 records that day.
Okay.
But that's the only one that really sticks out. I'm proud of it, you know what I mean? It's a world record, isn't it? Joanne says, at school I was awarded the Miss Chemistry Award in assembly. My credibility was ruined. James says, I won a cross country at school and it was announced in the local paper, where I was referred to as a girl throughout the whole article. I was teased relentlessly for the rest of school. Mia says, I once won a consolation prize at a raffle for buying the most tickets without winning. The prize was a bottle of elderflower-scented water. I was 8.
Oh.
Sam says, I got a medal for eating 3 pickled eggs in 21.6 seconds. It's a bit like my pig one.
Yeah. That's something you do.
A really cute one here. Ian says, my granddad awarded me a lawnmower driving licence when I was 8, which he said meant I could legally use the lawnmower.
Oh.
I took great pride in this. Now I know he was obviously just duping me into mowing his garden. Proper granddad move, that, innit?
Yeah, but sweet.
I think that's great. Jimmy says, my friend Darren once received a tour of a fire station for calling the fire brigade about a fire. The funny thing is, he also started the fire. So he started a fire. It's got out of control. Phoned fire brigade. they think he's a conscientious member of the public. He's got a tour like the Royal Tour of the Fire Brigade, the engines and everything. Maddie, so the lamest thing you've ever got an award for, or?
I won the colouring competition for, I don't know if it was like New Forest or whatever. I was about, I don't know, 6, but I wasn't at home, and it was like a health and safety poster or something like that you had to colour in.
Coloured in. You didn't design it. You just
you
coloured
had
it
to colour it in.
Yeah.
The policeman turned up at my mum's door. And
Why? Using illegal crayons?
But I wasn't there, and he's like, are you the mother of Laura?
Yeah.
So my mum freaks out.
She thinks you're dead.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, she's won the colouring competition.
Recommendations.
So we watched a film called Babyteeth the other night with, what's the guy's name? Sorry, I should have had this written down.
His name is, don't tell me. It's not Sam.
It's close. It's a short name.
Bob.
Closer.
Bill. Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to leave that in. I'm going to leave that in so people can hear the thought process. Ben Mendelsohn, Australian actor. He is the Australian Mads Mikkelsen to me. Whatever he's in, I'll watch because I think he's a brilliant baddie.
He was in that TV series as well.
Bloodlines, which we stumbled upon.
Yeah.
I love Kyle Chandler, who was the main guy in that, but that had a lot of famous people in.
I watched him as a kid as well.
He was in the soaps, weren't he? And he was in Degrassi or something.
One of the Henderson Family. I don't know.
Yeah.
With Kylie Minogue.
But anyway, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
He's in this film. He plays the dad.
Yeah.
Babyteeth.
The daughter is Eliza Scanlon.
And basically, it's about a girl who's 16-ish. She's got cancer or leukemia, one of them.
Terminal cancer, yeah.
Yeah. And she meets a local ne'er-do-well. I think he might be a heroin addict.
Yeah.
But he kind of gives her a bit of happiness.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's actually not the best film, but it has moments in it, I think.
Well, the guy that plays the boyfriend, if you see what he's like in real life, you'll see how well he acted.
Because I was thinking, he's covered in like cheap tattoos, the bad ones, like under the ear and stuff like that.
Greasy hair.
He's got a proper Australian mullet.
Yeah.
And they dress him in them real trampy sort of thrift shop clothes.
Yeah.
He's thoroughly unlikable.
Yeah.
And even when he befriends her and the family, he continues to be unlikable.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably quite clever.
Oh, yeah. So he was really, really good. But Ben Mendelsohn.
So good. The girl's really good in it. I think the mum's good in it. The thing that annoyed me about the film is they are a dysfunctional family, but it's one of them where it's ridiculously dysfunctional.
Yeah.
You know, and there's bits about it that are just really stupid, I thought. But without giving anything away, some genuine heart-stopping moments, heartbreaking moments, hilarious moments.
Yeah.
The trailer makes it look a lot funnier than it actually is.
I think we all thought it was going to be quite light-hearted.
Yeah,
but
it has its moments, but
it's quite dark, I think, from the offset. But there was a moment where, again, I'm not going to give it away, but there was a dad and daughter moment, which I think you had noticed as well, that we both felt like, you know, we thought about our own children.
Yeah, well, there's 2 towards the end of the film.
Yeah, well, that first one, I really thought, right, please don't cry, please don't cry.
It made me cry.
And then the very ending, I couldn't hold it in anymore. And like the tears just started flowing.
Yeah.
You, myself and Leo, we were silent for about 5 minutes. Normally after a film, we have a debrief.
Yeah, and we have a big discussion about it. And with this one...
We just sat there in silence. We literally just... None of us could quite...
Yeah. I would say for 45 minutes of this film at the beginning, I would say stick with it. It's not bad, but it's not as great.
The second half is definitely better.
You know, you won't feel like you're wasting your time, but then... Towards the back end of the film, you'll forget the beginning because it's so powerful. So powerful.
Yeah. There's another moment as well where we were like, oh, no.
It's like the Mads Mikkelsen one we were talking about last time, I think, where he's accused of paedophilia. It leaves you with a really strange feeling.
Yeah.
Which is very clever when a film does that. It's not a particularly nice feeling. Both them films did not leave me with particularly nice feelings.
No, but the fact it had that effect where we couldn't talk...
Yeah, we were like rabbits in headlights, weren't we? Yeah. Let me give you a slightly, because that's a real downer, let me give you a slightly up recommendation, Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
We only started last night, and we watched back-to-back episodes, very short. It's on Apple TV. It's Key out of Key and Peele. If you remember Key and Peele, Jordan Peele's gone on to make Get Out and films like that, and Us, you know, them really freaky films.
Yeah.
the other fella has done a few comedy films. He did that Christmas one.
Jingle Jangle. He was
Yeah.
the bad guy in Jingle Jangle.
Was he the baddie?
Yes.
He's brilliant. Schmigadoon, I'll put this out there now, it's not for everybody.
You say it's not for everybody, but I think
It's very watchable.
the older two didn't want to watch it. And I think, well, actually, Honey would have loved it. And I think Leo, if you're looking at it from the point of view of he's a film student,
Yeah.
it's
Look, it's taking the out of musicals.
Yeah.
And the premise of musicals. It's about a couple, this is in the trailer, it's about a couple who seem to be very together, two doctors. The girl, the woman's from Saturday Night Live, she's very funny. They go off on it's supposed to be a love retreat where they're hiking and camping, and they end up finding this mystical town over a bridge, which is what Brigadoon is. So it's called Schmigadoon, it's a deck of Brigadoon. And they basically walk into who's that woman you like with the blonde hair? Oklahoma, all that rubbish.
Oh, Doris Day.
They walk into what's like a Doris Day musical. It's all thigh slapping. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's like
Old-fashioned-
Oklahoma and
Yeah.
Seven Brides, Seven Brothers. It's like that.
But they don't. They think they've walked into a theme park or something, and what they've walked into is a musical. They're living a musical
That they can't get out of.
that they can't get out of. The episodes are less than half an hour, but they're so good they feel like they're 10 minutes long. The credits are on before you know what's happened.
Yeah.
So we watched 3 back to back last night.
We watched it with Betsy. And now what I would say is, like, Betsy absolutely loved it. And there's the odd swear word in it.
The very tame swears. There's a lot of double entendre. The songs are about very sexy things, but they disguise it so well.
Yeah, the Betsy had no idea. They went,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have even known.
Very clever the way they do that.
Yeah.
So I would say give it an episode. If you're somebody who thinks they're too macho and too blokey to watch something like this, give it an episode because it's clever, it's
Really,
funny,
yeah.
and it's just a really enjoyable
And
watch.
so different. What's great about this is there's not been another TV show like this.
So that's Schmigadoon for a bit of fun. Babyteeth if you want to sink your teeth into a really dark, serious film.
Compliments.
I was going to say thank you for my morning cuddles, because it's a weird feeling at the minute because a lot of people are out of Dubai. So I'm feeling quite lonely at the minute. Like
Yeah.
it's a strange feeling. And
Just had a really nice family week. It was Eid.
Yeah.
It was a week off work, like bank holidays in the UK, I guess, but it was a week. And sometimes them weeks go really fast and we don't do anything. And at the end of it, it's really disappointing. Then you've got to go back to work. This time, every day felt long.
yeah.
And we did something good. We had nice meals. We played nice games. We saw friends.
Yeah, and I think as
It
well,
was really hard for me to go back.
and a lot of people are on holiday or they're with their families that they've not seen for 2 years, so there's all those things, and we've obviously not been able to do that. Yeah, so I'm feeling lonely, but then so I'm really, really missing you.
Yeah, I'm missing you a lot too.
So it's really nice to get them little morning
I get up in the morning. I have a I don't flush it, obviously. Which I do, because you hear how many times the flush sometimes goes in the morning, because I'll have a wee, but then I'll sometimes blow my nose a few
I
times.
fall back to sleep while you're on the toilet. You're on
Really?
there so long.
Well, yeah. But I'll have a shower and all of this.
Yeah.
Now, the man part of me wants to just sneak out the door and go and get on with stuff. I've got to do garden. I've got to get ready for work. I've got to do my stuff.
Yeah.
Feed the pets. Clean up dog And then there's that bit of me knowing this. I'm going to miss you. So, yeah, I jump back in, fully clothed, have a little 2 minutes,
Yeah. Thanks.
But don't worry, your morning breath gets rid of me pretty fast. My compliment for you, you've done well on the Baskin Robbins lately. I don't know what's happened to you. I don't know if this is the slump, but...
What?
we would have Baskin Robbins once every 3 months or something. We don't even have it regularly. I don't think anybody's that bothered about it. In that week that we were off, did we have it 2 or 3 times?
Only twice.
Yeah, but we didn't just have a cone with a bloody 99.
No, I found a good deal. That's
You found
why.
a good deal, which was several buckets of ice cream and several buckets of sauce and stuff. But it's normally me leaning on you to do them kind of orders, and you stepped up to the plate. So well done, you. And I want to say, on the back of that, do you know what? I was just driving home from work, because I thought we'd talk about this. And I think we are coming up now on at least a year and a half since we were in Rome at the start of COVID.
Yeah.
And that was only a few days. Mm-hmm. I'm going to count it as a holiday, but it wasn't a holiday. It was short, less than a week.
Yeah.
But we've not had a holiday. This goes for everybody, and I understand that. And you're right, we're watching people go away now. And this is always a thing in the summer in Dubai. A lot of people go away for the full summer. A lot of expats go on for the summer to see their families and stuff.
Yeah.
We never do that, but we do sometimes go on longer breaks. And we've not done it for a couple of years now. And I think there's an unsaid feeling.
Yeah.
I just thought, well, I'll not mention it till we get recording. But I think that's what it is. Now, in a couple of weeks, as we've been saying, fingers crossed, we're going to be on a plane, getting Leo to university, and we'll try the best we can to make that a holiday for the kids. But I think this is what this feeling is.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I've not heard from anyone apart from you. And no, I'm lonely and a bit bored and I'm just a bit fed up, and I can see the kids are fed up, but then there's not many things out here, especially that you can do without spending money. You cannot go out here without, especially when there's 5 of you, you can't go out without it costing you over 1,000 dirhams. Yeah, it's not like here we can just go out for a walk or even drive down to the beach at the minute because it's so hot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And there are people in far worse situations. I thought that here, actually, when COVID was happening and lockdown was happening, we got a little swimming pool in the back garden so we can do family things in the house, and we're quite a tight family anyway. We can get in the pool together. You know, there was people in apartments out here and at home, but there were people on lockdown who were stuck in a little apartment with families.
I think the nurse sensed it today. I had my bum jab.
Still getting the bum jabs.
Yeah, and she wouldn't let me stand up and have it done. She made me lay on the bed and I didn't want to lay down.
Yeah.
But she made me, and that made me grumpy as well.
Well, I reckon we're going to wrap up because it's going to be a long one, this. I hope you've stuck with us, but it's the first one we've done in a while. We're kind of putting them out weekly now. We were doing them, but it's just been really busy.
Some people like longer podcasts.
Yeah, I just find it a bit self-indulgent. No, but we've had plenty in this one, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please give us some feedback. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple, on the podcast thing there. Leave a few words if you want. And as always, don't be sarcastic. I mean, you can be sarcastic in what you say about us, but don't give it less than 5, because we're on full 5 stars at the minute, and once somebody puts less, you can never get back. Even me saying it now is making me wish I'd not said it. Because I know if I were listening to this, I'd be like, give him a 1. I once did this, final anecdote of the podcast. I once had a caricature drawn in Central Park the first time I went to America when I was 19.
Right.
Doing summer camp over there. You know, they put it in a little cardboard frame for you, but it's not in a frame, it's just in a, what do you call it, the surround, a border.
Yeah.
So I put it in a big jiffy bag to send home to my mum and dad. Wrote their address on the front, and then I wrote on the top, photos do not bend. And then I put underneath, definitely please do not bend it, you know. And then I put an arrow up to that and put, that sounds funny, but honestly, please don't bend. And it ended up looking like a mad, you know when you see a serial killer's diary, it looked like a page out of a serial killer's diary, me begging a postman. I'm thinking this postman's going to be like me, a you know, and he's like, he sees the first comment, oh, you don't want me to bend it, dear? And I'm thinking he's going to bend it there. Then he reads underneath, oh, go on, please don't bend it. Oh, you really don't want me to bend it. No, but I'm serious, don't bend. That's a true story.
No, it's funny. It's funny. Because it's funny that you had that done and sent it to your parents. And then I also had a painting done in Thailand that I sent to my... No, not the one you know, not the one you've seen. Another one. I don't even know whether...
What's the painting of the other one? Tell me what that is. I don't know about this.
It's a portrait painting. So the other one is pencil, I think. The one.
Mine's a quick caricature in Central Park.
Yeah, but then I had like...
You've had...
A quick paint. It was quick. It was a quick painting.
Yeah.
I think I had to take a photograph. You know, like again, it was a street.
We must have mentioned the other one at top of your mum and dad's stairs. It is the crying girl painting. You know, the one that you normally see because you've got one of them cherubic faces when you were a kid with the rosy cheeks and the bobbly nose and that.
What?
You know, you got a little button. It's bobbly is the wrong word.
Ski jump.
Yeah, cute little Grinch nose, and yeah. Every time, if I didn't like going to your parents, which I do. Right, and I'm not saying that in case they listen. I don't mind being down there at all. I love seeing them. But if I hated their guts, I would still go so I could see that. That would make it all right for me.
Really?
Have I never photographed that
why
picture?
have I never seen the caricature?
I don't know where it is. I don't want you to see the caricature because I look hot in that caricature. I've got long hair and a ponytail. I've got a chiseled jaw. It's young me.
Yeah.
It's young, sexy me.
I've seen you with long hair. It.
He's done me playing a guitar. I look like Extreme.
See, this is a thing because you didn't have all this when you said like when you were a kid. When you got to that age where you could do stuff like this, you became this like.
I became everything I hate in students now.
Yes.
I became the poetry writing, long haired, guitar at parties that I hate now, and that's why I'm proficient on guitar, aren't I? You would say I'm
Yeah,
good
yeah.
on guitar?
You're great.
Never play it.
Oh no, you played it the other day, and Betsy was singing along, and
That's different.
I
When
love
we
hearing
do that together,
Love
that's
hearing
really cute. But if we had friends round and I got my guitar down and started singing a song,
That is one of the worst when people do that. It's so
if I ever
awkward.
do that, go and get a bread knife and stab me in the fucking eyes.
I think you should do it. Ironically, like when
Shall I do it?
next time we're with some friends, let's get the guitar out and then I'm gonna play you all a little tune.
I've wrote Laura a song. Right, bye everybody.
Bye.
The end.